Mewfree continues to farm up, the opponent tries a lot, catching an outrage. Mewfree shows cat-like reflexes, and this snail is in for a world of hurt. The opponent will be lowering our attack with the incoming Rock Tomb, but do you think Blazekin cares about any debuff? Mantine's still pretty healthy, we've got the Brave Bird locked and loaded, and that is going to be all she wrote. Welcome back to the channel. I am back at it for maybe 3 days in a row. Yes, regular content has returned to the channel, so if you enjoy my content, do me a favour, smash that like, as we are well and truly out of the main algorithm, the YouTube one, not the Go Battle League. However, speaking of Go Battle League, Summer Cup's here for another week. It's a 2-week rotation, not for everyone. However, if you want to smash through some battles, this might just be the strategy for you. We've got 3 entire sets today with this double fire backline, and this video is only around 18 minutes long, so you know these battles are going to be emphatic. We've got a Kingdra lead, double fire in the back. Without any further ado, let's get into the battles. And in game 1, today's featured battler, Mewfree, sees the battle of water types, the oppressive Shadow Kingdra, into the wet noodle known as Toxapex. The opponent goes straight brine, that is double resisted. Both dragon and water resist water, and look at that, it does absolutely nothing. Kingdra going for that kill shot, outrage, goes unshielded, get that Toxapex off my screen. The opponent sends out Trevenant. We see the instant pivot into Typhlosion. 2 incinerators get this thing. Below half health, we fire up the Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch is resisted, goes unshielded, and the opponent's already enough, and they concede the match. Heading into the next one, we see another battle of water types. Let's see if this opponent at least attempts to build up to a hurricane. Oh man, this opponent goes straight Weather Ball, another double resisted move that actually heals Kingdra. The opponent then saves switches it into Kartana, blink, and you might miss it. Kartana straight in and straight out, getting that beat down. The opponent sends back out Pelipper, we send the Brave Bird. Does the opponent respect the damage? Oh, well, that was disappointing. Blazekin very rudely denied of its big boom, but undeterred Mewfree sends back up Kingdra, fires off the Octazooka, forcing the opponent's final Protect Shield, and really, what wants to see Typhlosion with a 2 to no shield advantage? We see the instant no shield deployed. No way did the opponent throw a Blizzard. These early season games are wild. Typhlosion gets a running start. The opponent's final Pokemon is Salazzle, and you all know this is going to be game over. Thunder Punch has never looked so good. I'd be half tempted to look for the 2 shield flex, but I think shielding up the Poison Fang is the safe play. I think we would have survived, despite being very glassy. We play it safe, fire off the Thunder Punch, and that is going to be all she wrote. In the next battle, Shadow Victory Bell, the battle of oppressive fast move users. We see the pivot into Typhlosion, drawing out Politoed. Politoed not going to appreciate the Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch lands for a lot of damage. The opponent throws at really poor timing, and Mewfree says, thanks trainer, I'll take back switch. We actually had the Thunder Punch, but looks like Mewfree just going to 2 shield and get all the energy in the world, and let's go nuke him with Typhlosion. Typhlosion leaves fairly healthy with so much energy. The opponent does have 2 Protect Shields, but my god, are they about to start giving them up? The opponent sends out Shadow Houndoom. What a pick. This thing cannot tank a hit for shit. The first Thunder Punch forces the opponent's first Protect Shield. Typhlosion says there's plenty more of where that came from. The second Thunder Punch forces the opponent's final Protect Shield. Typhlosion getting to these moves at only 10 turns is absurd. Thunder Punch secures the knockout. We pivot into Blazekin. We're going to outpace to the Blaze Kick. Although, why not throw the Brave Bird? And we're already in shambles, and Mewfree picks up the dub. GG's, and thanks for playing. I was not kidding when I said these battles are going to be insanely quick. In the next battle, we see the silly electric fish in the lead, running Water Gun, which is double resisted. Even if the opponent YOLO the Thunderbolt, Kingdra doesn't really care. The opponent actually looked to bait. How many people love to bait shadow Pokemon? Just the Dragon Breaths have tore through this stupid fish. We fire off the Octazooka, forcing a Protect Shield, which probably means the opponent is looking to throw the Thunderbolt. Mewfree says, enjoy yourself, trainer. The opponent does enjoy themselves, throwing the Thunderbolt. We then see the pivot into Blazekin, getting a running start. Out comes Charizard. Mewfree doesn't commit to the Brave Bird, settles for the Blaze Kick. Even a Blaze Kick didn't look resisted, as Charizard has already found itself below half health. The opponent commits to the full wing attack farm down. We send back out Kingdra. Kingdra is going to force some energy off Zard. And again, we've got Typhlosion up 2 Protect Shields. The opponent instantly pivots into Trevenant. Trainer just top left. I have no idea why this opponent is playing it out. They go for the Seed Bomb bait, but no bait will be saving this opponent's fate. They finally recognise the game's over, and we get yet another concede. In the next battle, we see the Snail in the lead. The opponent save switches into Maractus. Is this Callum on toast? I think Callum and Channel Regular Fill the Balls are the only people I've seen use this Pokemon because it is absolute arse. The opponent gets completely Incinerate, farm down, and then they send out Mantine. Trainer, are you sure about that? Thunder Punch going to be double super effective. We force the first Protect Shield. Typhlosion able to reach the second Thunder Punch. Is Mantine willing to 2-shield? Yes, they are. And this opponent is already looking in such a rough spot. A much better play from the opponent would have been to send back out the Snail. Just tank the Thunder Punches, which aren't all that threatening, and then save Mantine with 2 Protect Shields in the back. However, the opponent didn't do that, and Mewfree now very much in the driver's seat. We block up the incoming Aerial Ace. The opponent tries to catch the Outraise onto the Snail, but the only thing they catch is the hands of Blazekin. Mewfree going to block up the incoming Rock Tomb, which has a 100% chance to lower our attack, but you think Blazekin cares about any attack drop? Mantine still well above half health. However, Blazekin really doesn't care. Brave Bird is going to secure the one-hit KO, and we take that game. In the next battle, we see the UFO in the lead. 2 better responses. In the back, we see the instant pivot into Typhlosion, drawing out Gyarados. This is by no means a good matchup for Gary, as Thunder Punch is going to be double super effective. The first Protect Shield is deployed, blocking up the first Thunder Punch. Mewfree knows he's got a heavy pace and advantage. The opponent goes for the more expensive Crunch. Mewfree now looks to double up on charge moves. Can we survive that Dragon Breath? The next Thunder Punch goes unshielded. Switch advantage is ours. The opponent's final Pokemon is Incineroar, and my god, is Blazekin about to feast. The opponent even deploys their final Protect Shield, blocking up the next Thunder Punch. We send out Kingdra, essentially just to use it as the damage sponge. The opponent actually bait with the double resisted Blast Burn. Certainly not the play, but this game is so over. You can see we don't even opt to throw a charge move. We want the farm on Blazekin. Finally, Kingdra is vanquished. Back to the Pokeball. The opponent pivots out into Magnezone. The only win con is us not shielding and the opponent throwing the wild charge. They still bait for no reason whatsoever. Blazekin counter farms down and the opponent concedes the match. So in that situation, I honestly can't comprehend why do people bait. You were never making 2 charge moves. The only win con would be us attempting to shield flex. I just don't get it. Although while I've gone off on a mad tangent, I thought we was going to land the Brave Bird. Unfortunately, we don't do that. We do force ourselves shield advantage in the mid-game. Kingdra once again going to be operating as the damage sponge, as it is completely useless against the Whimsicott lead. The opponent very unlikely to bait, recognising we're not going to shield this. Mewfree farms up, goes for the Octazooka. I don't really know why here. Perhaps we're looking to farm. We do see the pivot into Typhlosion. The opponent doesn't react quick enough. We get a 1 Incinerate head start, and out comes the Kentucky Fried Chicken. Burn of Death once again. Typhlosion about to be absolutely popping off. Today's showcase is proving why Thunder Punch Typhlosion is so good. The opponent baits with the Flame Charge, but you already know that no bait will be saving this opponent's fate. We farm up, throw the Thunder Punch on the CMP side, get that Talonflame off my screen, back out comes Whimsicott, and it's about to get burnt to a crisp. Blast Burn, enough to kill Whimsicott and all its family. GG's, and thanks for playing. In the next battle, we see Chargerbug in the lead. Interestingly, this one's on Spark. I say interestingly, I mean, just don't run Spark. Spark has been nerfed this season. Definitely go for Volt Switch. We see the pivot into Blaziken. Force ourselves early shield advantage. We're going to respect the potential discharge. The opponent running Spark and Crunch. What a moveset. Then pivot out into Jellicent. Mewfree again is not baiting. Does the opponent respect the damage? Come on, Blaziken. Let's go. Look at the damage. The opponent gets double resisted counter farm down. Blaziken is a Jellicent counter confirmed. You heard it here first. Mewfree can now realign, and it's time to cook this little bug. We're going to block up the incoming Crunch. No, it's Levani. Look at that 1 Incinerate. Double super effective. Does half the opponent's health. Oh my days, the opponent in absolute shambles. To be honest, I'm probably in even more shambles. Come on, Jamie, compose yourself. In the next battle, we see Shiftry in the lead, a very spicy pick. We see the instant pivot into Typhlosion, drawing out Squidward. The opponent shits their pants, putting up that protection, blocking up the incoming Thunder Punch to then throw instantly. So of course, 2 turn into 5 turn. Please throw 2 or 7, or perhaps 4's alright, just don't instant throw. Mewfree, I was going to say is going to capitalise on that, but unfortunately we don't get damage registration error, so we actually don't manage to realign. But we're still sitting in a pretty good spot. The opponent gives up switch, sending back out Shiftry and high Shiftry, meet Blazekin. Blazekin didn't actually tank that Leaf Blade all that well, but we do manage to counter farm them all the way down. The opponent sends back out Squidward. Mewfree looks for the counter farm down. Unfortunately, the opponent makes the last second Scald. I've got no idea why you wouldn't just Acid Spray there. You Acid Sprayed everything else. We leave with the Brave Bird, and Brave Bird is going to get the one-hit KO on the Staraptor, and we take that game. In the next battle, we see Jellicent in the lead. I would say this is where the team wants to see it. We've got Thunder Punch on Typhlosion, and we just saw a Brave Bird almost one-shots him. Mewfree correctly shields up the Shadow Ball. Dragon Breath tearing through this big, thick jellyfish. Mewfree tries his luck at masturbating. Are we about to kill a poor defenseless cat? The opponent, like a savage, call the bait, but they get Dragon Breath farm down regardless, and out comes Pelipper. Mewfree again looks to go for the Octazooka bait. The opponent also goes for the double resisted Weather Ball, and that is an easy tank for Kingdra. I think ideally we wouldn't mind the opponent calling this bait, as we'd like to get off some damage on them. We force a Protect Shield, then see the pivot into Typhlosion. Typhlosion with one Protect Shield, 2 High-octane, going to deploy it, blocking up the incoming Weather Ball. Mewfree then looks to double up. We are at the double, but that is charge attack priority. Is the opponent willing to invest their final Protect Shield? Yes, they are. This looks like perfect farm down range for Blazekin. We've already seen 2 things good into a fighter, so probably something weak in the back of that to guess. We even got Kingdra as a third shield. We actually opt to send out Kingdra. I'm not sure on this play. I definitely think we'd have counter farm down. Perhaps save Kingdra as the third shield. We're going to let Mewfree cook. We send out Blazekin, getting a running start. Show me something we can nuke. Fuck. That isn't what we're looking for. And Mewfree win streak is going to come to an end. GG's to that opponent. Heading into the next battle. We see Swampert in the lead. The opponent says no thank you, save switch into Trevenant, and you already know how this one goes. Unless I'm mad, that was only 6 Shadow Claws, but this is 2 times speed. The opponent does inevitably bait, but regardless, we're still able to incinerate farm down. So again, I think that's a pretty pointless bait. You're only going to reach 1 move. So I guess the correct play would just be to YOLO the Shadow Ball, either guarantee him the knockout or the Protect Shield. Mewfree able to force a Protect Shield. Firing off the Blast Burn. Mewfree actually looking to go all in on Typhlosion. Swampert does resist fire, but Blast Burn would be enough to knock out. I think the opponent's made a mistake there as well. Not committing to the Mud Shot farm down, but we'll take it. As the opponent dumped their energy, they might not even reach an Earthquake. I think they could have perhaps got there. Don't commit to it. They settle for the double resisted Hydro Cannon, which of course isn't going to get the job done. And then they pivot out into the big thick boy, and here comes Blazekin. Mewfree continuing to farm up. Looks like he's intentionally looking to let Snorlax take us out so we can outrage a low health Swampert. Oh my god, was that a heavy slam? A very unnecessary play. However, what is super necessary is giving Swampert that low health Brave Bird boom. Another very strange game, moving swiftly on. Next up, we've got Kingdra into Toxapex. Hopefully, unlike our previous opponent, this one builds up to the Sludge Wave, which they will get after 10 poison jabs. The opponent is at least looking to fake it till they make it. We force in the outrage, forcing us early shield advantage. We see the instant no shield deployed. The opponent full send the Sludge Wave, securing the knockout. We now send out Typhlosion. Typhlosion continuing to farm up. Brian, an absolute garbage move, but needs to be respected when using a glass cannon like Typhlosion. The opponent forces our protection, then pivot out into Vigoroth. Mewfree looking for the kill shot, full sends the Blast Burn. Blast Burn forces the Protect Shield. However, Mewfree can happily shield in return should he wish, and then guarantee the knockout with the next Blast Burn. We do see the shield deployed. We then throw one further Incinerate. Looking to maximise our energy. Blast Burn, of course, going to be securing the knockout. We then see the instant pivot into Blazekin. Blazekin looks at the counter farm down, and we get it. Show me something we can nuke. Ask, and you shall receive. Trevenant going to be straight in and straight out. GG's, and thanks for playing. In the next battle, we see Dobwall in the lead. Pretty neutral, I suppose. Dobwall far spammier than us, although they don't apply anywhere near as much fast move pressure. The opponent goes straight for the body slam. We then see the pivot into Typhlosion. Our Typhlosion save switch is met by Toxapex. Toxapex, without a doubt, one of the bulkiest mon in the format, so it'll be interesting to see how much a Thunder Punch does. Well, they shield the first. Surely the second one lands. I'm guessing about 35-40%. Holy, a lot more than I was expecting, to be honest. Giving Thunder Punch to one like Kingdra and Scrafty is pretty underwhelming, but my god is it fun when you've got such a glass cannon like Typhlosion. We send back out Kingdra. Kingdra able to get the full Dragon Breath farm down and leave with the outrage. That we're looking to YOLO at the Trevenant. Does the opponent respect the damage? Oof. Outrage does force the Protect Shield. And then we see the pivot into Blazekin. The opponent doesn't make the catch. Blaze Kick, not the best move. But of course, gets the one-hit KO. Back out comes Dubwall. The opponent is going to need to reach 2 charge moves. I think they're 1 short. This Body Slam does force the Protect Shield. 1 more counter is going to be all she wrote. And we take that game. In the next battle, we see the ever-annoying Pidgeot. To be honest, I've been a big fan of this in Gym Breakers. However, I definitely do not run Feather Dance, as that is such a naff move. Speaking of which, the opponent throws the Feather Dance. Easy tank for us. I think Aerial Ace is objectively better, because if it would have Aerial Ace there, would have been left incredibly low. We then see the pivot into Typhlosion, force a Protect Shield with the Thunder Punch. Again, we're going to call the Feather Dance bait. And of course, it's a Feather Dance, because Pidgeot users essentially love to throw bait after bait. Out comes the Denny, and we're YOLOing the Blast Burn. Bearing in mind, this is 2-stage debuffed, and it still secures the knockout. Holy, Typhlosion, take a bow. Back out comes Pidgeot, they wing attack, farm down. We come out, get the counter farm down. The opponent's final Pokemon is not my favourite, but one of my favourite Pokemon, Beedrill, of course. Drapion is the channel mascot and my favourite, and this game is just over. They're not going to be able to X as a bait, or Fail Stinger, or whatever they want to bait with. Aerial Ace would be super effective, but of course, with 2 protections tied behind, it just isn't going to happen, and the opponent concedes the match. Unfortunately, heading into the final battle of today's video, my god, this one has been a fun one. We see Kingdra into Charger Bug, and stay in school, kids, learn to count. We see Mew3 make a very nice X as a catch onto Blazekin and draw out Toxapex again. We're just going to YOLO the Brave Bird. Does the opponent respect the damage? They do not, and holy, that does so much damage. We see the instant no shield deployed. Mew3 just going to send back out Kingdra, get even more energy together, and hope to start forcing shields, giving Typhlosion once again a shield advantage. We do send out Kingdra, get the Dragon Breath farm down. Back out comes Charger Bug. We fire off the Octazooka. Octazooka forces the Protect Shield, and let's go, baby. Let's go, Typhlosion. Mew3 instantly shields up whatever the opponent throw. They actually full send a Discharge, then pivot out into Dubwall, and this is just going to be GG's. They're going to be 9 turns away from the next Body Slam. We're only 5 turns away from the double Blast Burn, so of course LoseCon would be us baiting. So we full send the first Blast Burn, force the opponent's first Protect Shield. We've got the second one banked, and it's going to be high Dubwall, bye Dubwall. I think 1 Incinerate should knock out Charger Bug, and we're going to end the video with yet another Typhlosion sweep. GG's, and thanks for playing. Huge shout out to Mew3 for one of the funnest showcases I've done in forever. GG's, buddy, very good. So if you're enjoying the content, smash that like button if you're new, consider subscribing. If you like your battles featured on my channel, link to battle submission form is down below. And as always, a huge thank you to everyone for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.